All right, here we are again. Another week of Burning Time.
Another week. We're
Welcome back.
Yeah.
And we're down one.
Yeah, for some reason, Burr has decided to ghost us.
No show, no call.
Yeah.
Think he's fucking fired.
Yeah. Maybe.
It's not the first time this has happened, though. So.
Well, not like this, though.
Oh, true, where he hasn't,
Yeah.
responded back.
Yeah, this was just straight no show.
Hmm.
He's ignoring us. Maybe we got him upset or something.
Maybe you got him upset.
Ooh,
Yeah,
me?
it's usually you.
Me? What
Exactly.
What would I do to upset Burr?
What would you do?
Oh, man.
Let me count the ways.
I was going to say, I don't think it's a matter of, if I would. It's a matter of which method.
What time you did.
Which method I would use. Yeah, sometimes it's fun to rile him up.
Sometimes.
He gets so mad.
I just...
Oh, my God.
I don't know. Okay, you know what part of it is here, and it might be easier to explain without him sitting there being all pissed off, like getting riled
Interrupting you right
up.
now?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to hear this.
Oh, yeah, probably. Hopefully he listens to this.
Well, you'll know when he listens to it.
All right. What it is, and you guys have said it, I love playing the devil's advocate.
You do.
And part of it is for a reason that a long time ago, I heard this thing, I guess you could say, or a statement, and it really stuck with me. And it said, the best way to, solidify your own beliefs is to argue the other side of it. If you believe in something, take the other side of it and argue it. And if at the end of it, by arguing it that way, you still believe in the way that you originally believed in it, then it's, you've got a pretty solid foundation in the why you believe in that. Because you have looked at the other side, you've examined the other side, you've taken the other side's position. And if it still makes more sense to you to be on the side that you're originally on,
Yeah.
well, then, you can pretty easily say that, hey, no, this is, I believe in this, and this is why. And I've already looked at it from your side of the coin. And sorry, it just doesn't make sense to me. But that's the big reason why I do that a lot of times. It's just
No, I feel like you do it to fuck with them.
No.
Yeah. Part of it.
Let's
You gotta
be
admit,
fucking
Don't get
part
me
of it.
wrong. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, it is
Come
funny.
on.
It is funny to see him get riled up. But part of it is I'm basically testing the conviction. It's it's like, you believe in that? Okay, well, what about this? Well, how about this reason? Bring those counter arguments to it. And if you can defend against them, if you have the ways to say, well, no, this is why, cool, right on. And I think he tends to forget that, no, I'm on the same side as you, dude. I believe this 99% of the shit that you think, I think too.
Remember that one time he got angry? What were you talking about? Like mental health or something?
Yeah.
I think it was.
And then he went boom right on the table like he was all fucking mad. Oh, very easily.
Yeah. But
Riled
no,
up.
it is one of those things. I'm not doing it just to rile him up. There's a little bit of reasoning behind it.
Whatever makes you sleep at night.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure. So, anyways, okay. So since we don't have him, let's see. Well, what have we guys been doing this week?
I was getting, I was thinking, I've had a couple Karen moments this weekend with the pest control guy, and then today at the pumpkin patch with the hayride. Fucking things just irritate the shit out of me. I think as I get older, I get more irritated easily. Or maybe I just don't want to put up with anybody's bullshit anymore. Does that make any sense?
Oh, totally. Because when I was driving home, I think it was yesterday from work, I was thinking the same damn thing. It's like, I really don't like people.
I'm over it.
I just, the fewer people that I have to involve myself with in general public, the happier I am.
I don't know if it's so much I don't like people as I don't like people's stupid fucking bullshit.
Yeah, pretty much.
I drive most of the day for my job, and I see some of the most stupidest fucking shit sometimes. People just they're not even thinking ahead,
Yeah, but I think it's one of those things where those little things wouldn't bug you as much if you didn't have so much other shit sitting there compiled on top of it. Just like the whole, like rats in a cage kind of thing. Like, we have so many people around us and we see so much bullshit going on around us all the time. All these little fucking dumb things that we see just pile up to the point where just like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Where people in a smaller town might see the same dumb shit, but they see it, at a 1/100th of the rate. They only see it every once in a while. And so at that point, it's almost just like, whatever, not a big deal. Somebody fucked up. Okay, big deal. go on with my life.
I don't know. Earlier this week, we had pest control come out. There's my note right there. It says pest control. Did you see that? Anyways, we had pest control come out, and so we've had them come out for the last like 3.5 years, and just recently, and around the time that we went to the Crothers Fair for Kenny's race, they wanted to come out, and they were like, "Hey, we got to come out, but it has to be this month." And it was like the Wednesday before. The 30th was on a Friday. So they were like, "We got to come out this month." And I was like, "We got shit going on, so it has to be next week." And they were like, and we had like a balance due. And they said, "We got a balance due and we have to do it this month." They said, my manager said, "You have to do it this month." And I was like, "Good luck getting in our house."
Yeah.
What
do you?
What the fuck? So I ignored them. And then I paid the balance and I called back and had him come out. And he comes out this week and he's all, I just like told him, I was like, "You got to talk to your manager about this, because like we're in a different situation. We're not in a residential area where people can just come out and just like spray the perimeter of our house. We have like a yard,
Dogs.
Yeah, and I mean a perimeter gate.
Yeah.
Gated with barbed wire all
Exactly.
around.
Like they can't just come into our property. Our situation's so different than normal people. They have to like make an appointment. They have to work around our schedule to be able to get in.
Yeah.
And so I was talking to him about it and I was pissed off. And he's like, "I know, I've been trying." He's all, "Okay, well today I'll spray." He's like, "Before you spray, I'm going to need you to make a payment."
They had the technician asking for the payment.
Before.
It doesn't surprise me. I've seen a lot, and I've actually known
like,
a
"Are
few
you fucking
people.
serious?"
Yeah, I've known a few people that have done pest control, actually spraying around houses, and they're literally salesmen as much as they are a sprayer.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but being a salesman isn't a bill collector. You know, like I do a lot of maintenance somewhere, and I'm not allowed to take the money from the safe back to our headquarters if I'm going that way so the manager doesn't have to. You know, I can't touch the money. You know, and that's usually how a technician's job is. You know, yeah, you can upsell, but you're going to have to call in and pay to this person or wait for your bill to come in and pay your bill. It ain't, "Hey, I need you to pay this right now to me before I can," you know, like.
Okay, now, yeah, that's different. I was assuming, like, we need to see a payment made. Like, go online and make a payment or something
our
like
payment
that.
was up to date. So we owed it. I forgot to say that part. So we were all good. Our payment was made. I called them and had them come out. But he wanted a payment before he started this service yesterday.
They wanted the payment for the month. They wanted to start paying
like a
month.
prepay.
A prepay.
A month
and so
ahead.
I'm like, after I was like, "You know what? I'm fucking done. Karen moment. And so I said, "You know what? I'm done. I'll let you out." He's all, "Yeah?" And I said, "Yeah, I'll let you out. I don't need you guys." I was like, "There's a ton other places in the valley."
Well,
Fuck that.
There's probably at least 10 different pest control companies here in Fresno.
Fuck that.
Well, we've already been through 3 of them now.
Yeah, we kind of made our rounds a little bit, but you kind of need it in the valley.
But it's hard because of the way that we're gated in, you know, trying to get even on my side gate, I've tried having them leave their own lock there, and they just don't get it. You know, they can't think to go over there and how to open the gate to get themselves in. Like, that's just too much for them, you know?
Yeah, so anyways, that was my first Karen moment. And then the second Karen moment was today. I was like I went to the pumpkin patch with Kenny, our 5-year-old. And it was a hayride. Long story short, they have like 4 lanes and they're supposed to go like a little bit of each lane to make it fair, right? There's 4 lanes that line up. I'm standing there in line 3. They let all of line 4 go. And I look over and then they come. I'm like, okay, all right, maybe they're doing something different. They go again. They leave. They had let half of 4 and a little bit of 3. I'm like, wait a minute. Now I got to fucking say something. This is a bunch of fucking bullshit.
What the hell's going on here?
Bullshit. I went up to the guy. I'm like, "Hey, I'm on line 3. I'm like, I don't know how this progression is going, but you let all of line 4 go." I mean, I told him everything that happened.
No.
And he was like, "Oh, okay, sorry about that." He's like, I'm supposed to be a little bit at a time. Thinking, motherfucker, you saw that. So I went back and I was like, "Sorry to be a Karen to the people." And like the line. They're like, no, it's okay. It's okay. They're all happy because I did it. Right.
I was going to say something. Too.
Yeah, I mean,
I was going to let it happen 4 or 5 more times.
Yeah, but they were like,
still, that's one of those situations, though. That's not really a Karen moment because
It's like,
it's
fuck
something
that.
stupid happening. It's like, come on, you got 4 different lanes here. Let's move them somewhat evenly.
Yeah.
Don't sit there and just
Yeah.
let one run
don't
through.
do that.
Yeah.
And then like on the way home, I don't think this is a Karen moment, but I was pissing someone off. Someone got behind me and was riding my ass on, was it Reed Avenue? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Reed Avenue, coming out of Reedley. And because he was on my ass, I slowed down. And he got pissed off. And he flipped me off. And so it's kind of like my Karen moments this week. I was pissing everybody off, kicking people out, talking to management. Yeah, that's kind of how my week went.
I'm kind of waiting to be able to brake check somebody. I had a recall done on my car. They were talking about there was this, I guess, a rubber stopper or something that could fall out and cause the brake lights to stay on. So they went in and replaced that and I guess readjusted the brake light switch and all this. But they went a little over aggressive on that adjustment because I can literally, I can get into the brakes, like feel myself start slowing down and my brake light isn't coming on. And I mean, I know it to the point, like I can set my cruise control and my cruise control will be set at 70 and I can get into the brakes enough to start wanting to slow the car down, but the cruise control isn't disengaging. I got to get into it a little bit further and then it finally,
It does it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. So I got this little window of braking that my brake lights don't come on. So it's like, oh yeah, you want to ride my ass, fucker? Okay.
He was pissed off at me. He fucking did this. I knew one. Like I've seen the like flipping off, but there was one where he's putting his hand up and like pushing it down, like fucking suck it. And I was like, so I did the same thing to him. I was like, okay, whatever. This is the new thing, or whatever. It's a new way of flipping people off. Suck it. So that's what I ended. I was like, that's what I ended up doing. And I'm like, fuck that. That's so stupid. People are just so dumb.
Yeah. There's an idiot born every fucking second. That's a proven fucking fact.
Yeah.
Speaking of the idiots, I showed you guys the
Speaking
video.
of dumb drivers.
Yeah. Speaking of dumb drivers.
Look at you getting onto the segues.
Right? I'm learning. There, that Christmas parade last year where that guy drove through in that SUV. It was like a burgundy SUV. You saw the video, and he like plowed through like grandmas and stuff like that, and that grandma.
There was people sitting on the side of the road, and he just basically
he just
ran
plowed through.
them.
Yeah, killed a bunch of people. Injured tons of people. I think it was like killed like 5 or 6 people. 6 people and injured like 65 people.
Yeah. I want to say it was like,
Just like
60 or
something
65 people that were
crazy.
injured. Yeah.
Super crazy. And so right now they're going through his trial. And his name is Daryl Brooks, and he is defending himself. And it's been like a shit show in the courtroom where he's like, I don't know, he's having stare downs with the judge when he's pissed off about something. Did I show you that one yesterday? Which one did I show you?
Showed me the one where he was rejecting and stuff like that.
Yeah. And then he has his witnesses that he's calling, and they're supposed to be the ones that are like, oh, no, I didn't see you. And they're like, I saw you. And he's like, well, who's you? And they're like, you, as in you right there. The person I'm pointing at, you. And it's been fucking, it's going to be interesting. Like everybody's following it. It's all over TikTok. It's super popular. It's super like the big thing right now, like because he's defending himself. And
I pulled up an article on it just to kind of get a little more in on it. And did you see the part where I guess he did something? He was doing a bunch of crap and then basically told them that he doesn't recognize his own name. And they had to take him to an alternate courtroom. And in that courtroom, he sat on the table, took his shirt off, and was like refusing to face the camera. And I guess he had like a paper or something that he hold up if he wanted to object. Like you said, he's representing himself.
Right. Yeah.
And he took that and just shoved it down his pants.
He's fucking weirdo.
Yeah. It's just like,
yeah, he says my name is not Daryl
fuck?
Brooks. I don't go by Daryl Brooks. What the heck? Like he's
Didn't you say he was trying to say he was a
sovereign citizen? He's a sovereign citizen, which I didn't even know what that was, to be truthfully honest. So I had to look it up. And so I was like, what the heck? Like he's above the law and they can't convict him.
Yeah, that's not what that means.
That's what he said. That's exactly what he said.
It's fucking crazy.
And that he doesn't go by Daryl Brooks.
And, I've never understood that sovereign citizen thing where people go and like, I don't have to obey your laws because I'm a sovereign citizen. But now, if we were to go to Paris, Canada, somewhere else where we are not a citizen at all, do we not still have to follow the laws of the land?
Yeah, we have to.
Evidently, you don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Well, I mean, at least you can come to America and not follow them.
that's what I don't get it. I never really
Yeah.
understood that sovereign citizen thing.
No. No, there's certain things that I don't understand too, but it's at the same time, it's like I watch a lot of these First Amendment audit things, and like
No, I love those.
watching some of the threads that tie in with that. I see a lot of like Canadian citizens that are driving like Lamborghinis and stuff out of Canada into the U.S. and they do a run through Oregon and come down to SoCal and hit Mexico, then they drive back up to Canada.
Yeah.
And watching some of their videos when they get pulled over here, it's like, why the fuck are you hassling this fucking Canadian citizen so fucking hard? Like,
I've seen some where the guys are coming from like Dubai and shit, and they ship their cars over.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
so
but
they
you-
say they ship them over, but you know,
but there's a difference between the guys out of Dubai and these Canadians. Like the Dubai guys, I kind of understand because like they really act like there's no rules. You know, they're actually freaking
not the
bouncing.
ones that I've seen.
I've seen a couple of them where they're just bouncing off the limiter in the middle of freaking traffic in a city.
Oh, well,
It's
that's,
like,
yeah, that's a different story. No, the ones I've seen was the guy literally driving down the highway in like Idaho or some shit. He's in his badass Lambo or whatever the hell kind of car he's got, and he gets pulled over, and the cops giving him shit like, you know, what are you doing in this town in this kind of car? You know, what's up with the license plate? And the guy's like, oh, no, look, I'm over here visiting family. I stay here for 3 or 4 months. Here's my, you know, visas or whatever else. And he goes, I ship the car over because it's just cheaper to do. And, you know, I can drive my own car around while I'm here. Here's all the paperwork. I've gone through the DMV, yada, yada, yada. And the cops don't know what to do with them. They're
yeah,
just like,
no. Well, they're definitely not trained enough.
yeah,
you know.
they've never seen it before.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no, I've seen where the California Highway Patrols impounded multiple cars from Canadians. And it's funny is like they're sitting there trying to make sure their fucking Lamborghinis get loaded up correctly because those things are so low to the ground that the tow truck driver's got to have a special truck to be able to get them on. And the cops getting all fucking crazy with them, like, "Oh no, you need to stand back here. You need to leave." Or it's like, "No,
Well, it's a
you're
$1 million car,
fucking
buddy."
loading up my $1 million car. Like,
Yeah.
I want to watch what the hell's going on. you know?
Oh, sorry to sidetrack you there.
No, it's fine. This is why we talk. This
All
is
right.
the whole reason for this. We like to have these little segues and stuff like that. That opens up conversation. No, anyway, so the trial's supposed to end next week. And it's been quite interesting. So,
Has it already been 3 weeks? But you said it was supposed to go on for a month or something like that, right?
yeah, but it's supposed to, so they have, their jury's out there watching this go on. There was one time, actually, he was in court and he was having a stare down with a judge, a stare down. I'll try to find the video later and show you guys.
He tried to look like, it almost seemed like he was trying to look like The Rock.
It was
He had the little like eyebrow,
eyebrow
thing going
thing,
on. Yeah.
So he like had a stare down with her and she says, okay, well, I'm going to stop it right here and dismiss everybody for a recess. I feel very uncomfortable with him staring me down right now. He pounded his hand on the desk and she's like, we need a break. So she's putting that in record for a reason.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
she knows what
for sure.
she knows what she's doing, but he's fucking crazy
Yeah, well,
and trying to defend himself.
knowing this corrupt
Are you
system,
serious?
he'll probably get off on like insanity or something.
No,
shit like
no,
that.
they've
No.
already thrown that out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was looking at this article that I had up, and they were saying that he's basically trying to make a mockery of the system, and that they're not going to have it.
Good.
So,
And that they also said like he's trying to disrupt stuff so they'll like prolong it longer.
yeah,
And she's like, we're just going to take a little recess and we'll come back to it.
like 10
She-
minutes.
Yeah. She's like, no, we're going to get through this. And the families that you affected are going to have justice. Like, this is a bunch of bullshit.
Yep.
You know, I mean, killed a bunch of people, kids, fucking ran over grandmas. Like, no, dude, you need to go away. And then the state he's in, it's not the death penalty. So he'll just go away for life. So,
Oh, shit.
anyway, yeah.
Where was it at?
I don't remember exactly, but that's what they said
I-
on what I was watching.
I mean, I think if you do something to that extent, that the 67 family should all come together and figure out how you're going to die.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
People like that, we don't need sitting on death row.
Exactly.
No, I mean taxpayers are basically just feeding the
Fucking
guy
you
and
keeping
fucking
him
giving him
alive.
housing and
Yeah.
yeah. 'Cause
Well,
I don't know how restricted they are on death row. Do they get access to? Because I know some prisoners literally get access to the internet. I mean, fuck, they've got shows about people. Fucking,
I'm sure they
Lord
do.
Dating 'em.
Jesus.
I don't know, but I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
That's super ridiculous, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he needs the death penalty. He needs something. We need to run him over.
right?
We need to run him over.
I would be down with eye for an eye punishment.
Yeah, exactly. I agreed. Yeah. Like what he did was not right. I saw those videos and they were horrible when that happened. So, anyways,
every family member should be able to run them over.
it's fine. Yeah. No, yeah.
How would you divvy that up though? I mean, would you like?
Start out really small.
I was
Like
gonna say
Power
you, like,
Wheels first on top of him.
honestly-
I was say
and
each
then a
person gets to run them over
motorcycle.
with a bicycle or some
No,
shit.
no. Honestly, I think how I would do it is I'd get one of those cat dump trucks that holds like where it's like a 2-story house to get into, and just load every family into the bucket of
Yeah,
the deal.
but only one of them gets to drive it,
Do the Austin Powers and have them lay on the ground. Just
and so everybody
That's
just rotates into the chair for 15 seconds.
everybody,
Like,
everybody just sits there and has a beer while they fucking run them over.
Has a beer.
I don't know.
Put
Though.
it
I
on-
think I would.
Put it on big screen monitors so everybody can watch.
I like it.
I thought you were gonna go somewhere else with it. I thought you were gonna go like get a little bobcat and just like go inch by inch, and let each person just like take a segment at a time. Just
That's
slowly
actually
go
sounds good
up.
too, to be
67
honest.
families or 80 families or whatever.
Yeah,
it
a
is.
Yeah.
lot of families.
I don't know. Maybe even just like tie his arms together and put a little floaty around him and take him out in the ocean. Let every family tie a rock to a rope on him until he drowns.
I don't know if you'd get all the way to 80. You'd have to maybe.
Well,
But
you-
even
you could do-
then,
you
I
could,
mean,
you could do little rocks.
I guess you could figure out the buoyancy ratio, and then like the final rock is the last one to do it, and just. Doop.
Pulls his head all the way under.
But then again, you give the vindication to the last person because everybody else,
No, it's everybody as a group. Okay, everybody could hold the rock at the same time
and just all let them go.
and just all let him go. 1,
2,
2,
3,
3. No, you're supposed to throw it.
and then one asshole hangs on for an extra second. Like, nope, it's all mine.
Bobbing his head. No, I mean, I don't mean to be sounding cruel like that, but I honestly think they should let the families get together and choose. I don't
What
think
to
I don't
do,
I don't
yeah.
think I don't think anybody in this world should have the right to live after doing something like that. I mean,
No.
you can't. We can't just let them live. I mean, that's not fair.
Yeah.
It is definitely not. I mean, that's I don't know. I don't really have words for it, I guess.
Yeah.
Like-
It's really sad. We'll see what happens.
Especially when like kids. I mean, I don't want to sound how would it be, like age prejudiced, I guess. But like when kids are involved, that's just
There was one.
that puts it on
There
a
was a-
whole new level.
I saw a video of one
yeah.
of the medical examiners that examined an 8-year-old that died, and she was describing the trauma and what happened. Most of it was brain trauma and head trauma and stuff like that.
I'm sure it
But-
was a lot of.
It was she was going into
Impact.
detail, and they
Yeah.
showed like not like just like a medical version of a body, and then outline, and then the parts of like where he got hurt, and she was crying talking about it on stand because it was so traumatic for her to see that like what happened to this poor kid.
Oh yeah.
And they were like, was that could you say that was from this type of vehicle, an impact from this type of vehicle? And she's like, oh, for sure, this is what it was.
Hell, any kind of vehicle.
You
I
know,
mean, when
like,
you
of
start looking at
course.
it, it's like a SUV or a 4-door sedan, and you're running over
Power
a kid.
wheels. I don't give a fuck what it is.
Yeah. It's so sad, like,
It really is.
and for him to be up there making a mockery of the court and being like, "That wasn't me. How can you say that was me? What did you? How do you? You know, like, motherfucker, everybody
like,
saw you.
zero
Everybody
remorse.
saw you, and yeah, he didn't even care. Doesn't even care. No apologies, and he's just. And and she was talking about the 8-year-old, he was like, objection. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, seriously.
Well, I want to
So
say,
horrible.
didn't you say, or maybe I saw it in here somewhere, that he was just like, his questioning, like question after question, was legitimately getting objected by the prosecutor?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He's not a lawyer.
Yeah.
So he's just trying to do this, and he's not doing a great job. He has a horrible temper. It's showing in court. It's a
Well, and if you think about it, maybe he's doing the best thing that we could ask for.
yeah. He's making himself guilty as fuck.
Fuck it. Tighten that noose a little bit more, buddy.
Like everybody on there is saying that was you. I'm pointing at you.
What if this is the case that gets Wisconsin to finally say, you know what, fuck it, maybe we do need the death penalty,
that'd be great. Maybe this is the case.
or if they extradite them to another state, like they take them down to Texas or something, just let Texas take care of them.
Oh, that'd be great. Bring him here. Bring him to Fresno. We'll take care of him.
Well, in Texas, I don't know if it still stands, but a while ago, I think it was Ron White even made a joke about it, but they have a deal that you could call it more or less an express lane to the death penalty, where if you, like, say, commit a murder and 3 or more witnesses actually testify and say, yes, you are the person that did it, and they have the evidence to prove it, you get a fucking, like, front of the line type situation. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
I like that. I think that's fair.
Yeah, so
yeah,
like I said, maybe they'll ship them down there.
Yeah,
I think that's a great idea.
We definitely shouldn't be wasting tax dollars on them. That's for sure. Well, at least not Wisconsin. Yeah.
He's got in trouble for jumping bail twice.
Yeah, I saw that too.
What? He's a joke. Like, put this guy away already.
At some point, it's
this is ridiculous.
Yeah,
like,
why do you even need a month-long trial for something like that?
Not only that, but how do you get off with jumping bail twice? Like,
I don't even.
Really? Didn't the first time teach you guys?
Yeah, like.
No bail, sorry.
It's funny is if you fuck up on you go buy a car and you can't make all the payments, and they come and fucking repossess it from you. You can't just go right back down and get another fucking auto loan.
Yeah,
right.
But they're letting these fuckers out of jail. Like, oh yeah, no problem. I'll loan you fucking $5,000.
You gotta wonder, the second bail jump, was it from posting bail for getting caught for jumping the first bail?
Right?
Probably. What the fuck?
Shit. Some people, man.
Yeah, it's freaking ridiculous. Yeah.
I don't even know what to say about it.
More to come. I'll probably have more next week. I'm going to kind of keep tabs on this story. Yeah, and I'll let you guys know any kind of hijinks there will be. I'm sure I'll have videos to show you of some hijinks and shit that'll go down in the courtroom with him.
I'm sure. Yeah, there's going to be something going on.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Especially when he actually gets sentenced. They haven't given him a sentence.
Oh, the sentencing? No, that's going to be crazy. Oh my God, to really think about that, like
I object.
He's gonna, you know what he's gonna do? I bet he's gonna go for the freaking judge's throat. I bet he's gonna jump over there and try to get her, and everybody's gonna have to jump on him. It's gonna be dramatic. Like I bet
the jury's the one that's making the decision, though.
Oh yeah.
So maybe he's gonna go,
Which I hate to be that person. They ask when you're on a jury. They ask when you're in the room. Any of you guys want to be the one that, and like that person raises their hand. To
actually
it's a volunteer
announce
type
the
thing. Yeah, it's a volunteer type thing.
I don't know if I'd want to be that person.
That's why I didn't volunteer. When I was in a murder trial and I did not volunteer, I was like, "Fuck that! I'm not reading the no." This was not my decision.
In fact, yeah, put me in the back corner, right behind that real tall person.
Yeah, exactly. As the family stares at you from the audience, that was, and the news cameras are there. It was fun.
Oof.
Yeah.
No.
I got to experience that.
I have somehow managed to avoid getting onto a jury.
Oh, I will after this.
Knock on wood.
I will after this. Yeah. I'll never ever, believe me, I'll never be on a jury again if I have it my way. Yeah. I'm going to be crazy up there. I'm going to be fucking insane. I'm not getting on a jury. I'm going to say some crazy ass shit not to get on.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm not doing it again.
I've gotten as far as having to watch the video that shows you the joys of being a juror. And,
I haven't even made it that far.
No?
No.
Oh, dude,
I got to go through weeks of being on a jury, going every day downtown.
Ugh.
And sitting with a bunch of people, watching evidence, sitting in the courtroom, and then deciding and actually going through. We were not in agreement. There was 9 against 3.
Really?
Yes. It was a hung jury.
Hung jury.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Very interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Right?
Hey. I mean, it
But
happens,
people-
and that's the way
and
it
people
should
have
be.
different
If
opinions.
you, I mean, you got to be
You have
honest.
a bunch of different
Yeah.
people, and there were different opinions, and they all look at it completely different.
Yeah, and
And
Well,
so
the whole thing
you
is you have
know?
to be proven without a reasonable doubt.
it couldn't.
And if
It
you
couldn't be.
have somebody has reasonable doubt, even if it's only 3 people out of the fucking 12, hey, sorry, that's not a
Yeah.
unanimous decision.
I think it was manslaughter or second-degree murder, and it was 3 were manslaughter, and the rest were second-degree.
Now, do they give you? I don't even know if you can talk about this or not, but do they give you like options?
What do
Like, say, once everything's done and they come up, and you got to decide if he's guilty or not guilty. Do they say like, okay, well, do you think he's guilty of first-degree murder, or do you think he's guilty of manslaughter, or do you think he's guilty of involuntary manslaughter, or do you think he's not guilty at all?
Yeah, they give you an option.
They give you options like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you get to pick like what
What
you
think?
what
that
you
the-
think he
what-
is,
What do you think?
and
is,
they describe it very in detail of like what they mean, so you know exactly. You take notes. It's very intense, actually.
Yeah, that's just not my thing.
It's not my thing either.
wouldn't
I
wanna
got
do that.
easily picked. They saw me and they're like, "Yep, pick her."
Ugh.
It was right. It was like the first 2 years we were dating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then come to find out it was for one of my friends.
Oh no shit.
I didn't
Yeah.
know though. I would have gotten kicked off if I would have known
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I had no idea.
For sure.
But she couldn't talk about it, so
I couldn't talk about it.
She didn't tell me until it was
Oh.
over with, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, well, yeah, I knew that guy.
Yeah, because you can't say anything
you
about
knew
anything.
him too."
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
have
talk
to-
about it
yeah, I was
later.
gonna say, we'll have to talk about that afterwards. I think I might know what it is. Is it the bar incident?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know which one you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Which that was hard to see because they showed evidence and video, and it was hard to see clearly what happened. The last.
No, I
that's
want to say I remember
talking
you
about
going
it?
through that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do remember that now. But actually, when you were on the trial, because at that point, I was say you come over here and hang out
Yeah.
at that point, and you were talking about you were on a trial, but you can't talk about it, and blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. The only thing you could say was it was a murder trial, I think, at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah, no, still, I don't want to do that. I saw that one video where they put you all in there in the auditorium type of room, and they play that video that tells you all about how great it is to be a juror.
That's
and,
not great.
Oh, fuck no, I know it's not.
You got $135 after 3 weeks.
That's great. I know it's only like $15 a day or some
It's
shit like that.
literally $15 a day.
That should be illegal. They should have to pay you at least what you're.
I mean,
wages
I
are.
got paid for my job,
right.
but still,
Still, no.
I should have got double pay.
Yeah.
That should be
Seriously.
what do they call it when you're on a government job?
Oh, a per diem.
No, prevailing wage.
Oh, prevailing wage.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
for sure. That
Yeah,
that would be
agreed.
fair.
That's what it should be.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're only deciding the fate of somebody's life. I mean, it's
Yeah, completely.
you know,
Yeah.
it's not like you're verifying a fucking voting signature or something. You're literally deciding if somebody's gonna spend their life in jail or not.
So the guy went back, the guy that we were hung jury on, and he got manslaughter. So, yeah. Interesting, huh?
Yeah.
It was actually
Yeah.
interesting, but then it was like, I don't
Still-
want to do this again.
Yeah,
I don't want.
not that
I don't
interesting.
want to be the one that decides somebody's fate like that, especially something that intense. Like I don't want to do that again. It was kind of like for me, it was like they had to walk you to your car after because they like
Oh, they're worried about people.
they're worried
wanting
about
to-
doing shit
Yeah.
because of us and our decision. It's like his family. They're all everybody's family was there,
Well,
both sides.
It's
So
not
it's
like
like,
that kind of
ooh,
shit has
fuck.
never happened. I mean, there's
Yeah.
some high profile cases. There are witnesses that disappear, and
There's
you
a
know,
reason why McDonald's has a warning on their coffee cups.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's happened.
Holy shit. But yeah, what I was gonna get to was when I was in there doing that, they started calling all the names, and I just happened to not be one of the names they called. But this one guy, he was about 2-3, rows back behind me. He'd have thought he won the fucking lottery.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Oh, he was
Shut the
literally
fuck up. No.
because his name didn't get called.
Oh, his name didn't get
Oh.
called.
No, yeah,
okay.
he was just like fucking happy he didn't get. He just hooting and hollering.
Later,
and shit.
bitches.
I'm surprised he didn't do a fucking peace out, bitches.
It's exciting. Yeah. Ever since then, I've gotten summons, but I've never had to go. So
Yeah, I actually missed a jury summons once. Like totally forgot about it. oh shit. And so I called because, you can get a warrant for your arrest if you
Oh yeah.
avoid it.
Right.
And it said my duties had been fulfilled for the year. So I was like,
Got lucky on that one.
missed that one.
You hardly get some.
Me?
Yeah.
I hardly ever get one.
What is that? How'd you
It's
get out
because
of that
his
one?
fucking name is so far down in the alphabet.
Well, so is mine now.
Have you gotten one recently?
Yes.
Really?
Under Strickland. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe you took the blow for him. You're like,
Fuck, motherfucker, I love you.
I mean, honestly, I think I've only ever been called in there like 4 times.
I can't really tell you how many. I know it's been more than 4. I don't think it's been much more, maybe 5 or 6. It's just such a pain in the ass every time they do it, but it's your civic duty.
I know.
So, here's something kind of, since we already did the law stuff, I know I shared a couple of articles that were pretty wild, but
Very sexual in nature for some reason. I don't know what that's about.
hey, Facebook is the one that fed them to me. That's where I got all
Your
those
algorithm
articles.
is determined by how you react. Did you know that? So your camera picks up your reaction. So you might have been reacting kind of certain way for your
I don't know.
algorithm to pick. Just saying.
Maybe they're picking up that
Ooh.
shock reaction. Like, whoa, what the fuck is this? Yeah.
All right, we're talking about eating some
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about Kevin Bacon getting his balls eaten, but
Go talk about that one.
do you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Poor Mr. Bacon.
That was pretty wild. Here, I'll have to get back into our group chat here. Where's it at? Here we go. Yeah, there's a man that killed Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon has a TikTok. I follow him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's so old now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This isn't the Kevin Bacon.
Right.
Although
He
I
can still
wonder
dance pretty good.
what is that?
Although
deal?
Kevin Bacon did make a what do they call that? Whenever you talk about somebody that passed away.
Damn it.
A eulogy?
Eulogy.
No.
When you talk about somebody that's passed away, a eulogy. Right?
Yeah, that's a eulogy. Yeah.
Yeah, he made some deal on his Instagram or Facebook about the kid that died.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Kevin Bacon we're talking about was 25 years old.
Yeah.
So, how does that fall into the? You know how they have that 6 degrees of separation between anything and Kevin Bacon?
We're totally connected to Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we could figure that out.
I wonder how this would fall into that. Would that be a 6th degree of separation, or would that fall in way closer to like 2nd or 3rd?
I don't know. They have the same last name.
That's what I'm saying. The same name, Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, but you're related by your last name, is what I'm saying, right?
I'm not sure how it works. I've never done the whole 6th degree. I've heard of it. I've heard about it.
What I'm saying,
but
if your family member and you, right, are related, right?
So
they have the same last name.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is they could even be related by family member status because they're both Bacon. And maybe that's their 1 degree of separation.
Did he happen, the Kevin Bacon, the actor, did he say if he was related to the guy or not?
I
Did
believe
you
Oh,
he
I have
said
no
he
idea.
wasn't. believe
I
he
didn't know
said he
that.
wasn't.
No.
Yeah.
Not, or at least not directly. So. Should 23andMe it. Get some of that DNA and check it out.
It's a whole other conversation. We should all do that one day.
See how sweet the bacon is.
Oh, shit. That's pretty wild, though. Apparently the guy met up with some dude. How did it go? 2nd degree murder. Oh, wait. Charged for 1st or 2nd degree. But yeah, the dude that killed him, they met up on Tinder or something. I guess they were wanting to.
So 2 guys met on Tinder.
Yeah.
And what happened?
The one killed Bacon and ate his balls.
Hung him upside down.
So you thought he was getting
Yeah,
bacon?
That's what I was saying. I think I commented on one of the things. This guy took his love for bacon a little too far.
A bit too far.
Right? So he killed him and ate his balls. That's weird.
Yeah, and some other parts of him I want to say too. Here we go. Latunsky and Bacon met on a dating app, according to investigators. Bacon's body was hung upside down with a slit throat. According to police,
Oh my God.
his testicles were removed and eaten by Latunsky.
His name's Latunsky. It makes me think of Latung.
Latunsky.
I put my Latunsky on your balls after I fry them.
I wonder how he
That's the
ate
other
his
thing.
balls.
I was
Like
gonna
meatballs.
say, did he like cook them up? Did he eat them raw?
Like, how did he eat them?
I don't think they get into that detail.
That sounds disgusting.
Would that be kind of like?
It is disgusting.
Would that be kind of like Rocky Mountain oysters?
Oh, it's gross.
Yeah, I wonder how they found the body. I mean, wonder what led them to the body because
They
they really
found
don't
it
get
hanging
into much of
upside
it,
down with a slit, missing some nuts.
obviously. But he was in the house. It's not like he had him hanging outside in the front like a Halloween decoration or anything. I mean, so I wonder what led the cops to the guy.
Was he in like a house or an apartment where
It was
somebody
a
might have,
house.
maybe a neighbor or delivery person or cleaner, maybe something happened where somebody stopped by and found him.
Yeah, they had to have something.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, he accepted a plea bargain and was open murder? Plea into open murder. So I guess they have free reign of deciding what to charge him with. I don't know. I don't know how that really works. Open murder.
That's definitely first degree murder right there.
Well, that's the thing right here. Yeah, he'll be sentenced for a charge of first degree or second degree murder. The judge decided on the former.
Second? Would that be second means?
Would that be second degree?
Yeah,
murder?
second degree. Former means.
No. First degree murder.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
I know
he
that's
sounds-
kind of that's kind of a confusing way to say it because
Why are they trying to be all?
first degree was the former, but technically second degree is the former of first degree.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. That was
that's
too
kind
wordy.
of a fucked up way to say
That was
that.
too wordy.
Anyways, so yep, he's going to jail.
Yeah, that's definitely first degree. First degree means like you had intent completely from the beginning
I would
to freaking.
imagine that'd be pretty easy to prove, considering he had him hanging upside down.
He was
and
like, I want to eat some balls. I'm gonna find somebody on Tinder, and so that's exactly what he did.
I wonder if that was part of his pickup line.
I like to eat balls. He's like, oh man, look at this guy.
I'm
He's
gonna
gonna eat
fucking-
my balls,
I'm
and
gonna
then he's
eat
like,
your
he
balls.
actually ate them.
Bubbles.
I'm gonna fucking eat your balls, buddy. All right.
Oh my Lord Jesus, that's what.
I wonder if he was like, yep, those were some tasty nuts.
Gross. Ew.
I am mildly curious if they were like, did he go at them raw or did he deep fry them,
I bet raw.
bake them,
Because of the type of person he's fucking crazy, he's probably raw.
bacon wrapped,
Oh god.
bacon wrapped bacon balls?
That sounds anything, just anything. Doesn't matter what you put with it. It just sounds disgusting. It doesn't matter.
And it doesn't matter animal or human. Like,
Yeah.
that's just, no,
That's
No.
one part. Yeah, I have no desire of eating. I don't.
no,
Nah.
no.
We're good on that one.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Keep your nuts to yourself.
Speaking of
Yeah.
nuts, because Art has easy segues. Speaking of nuts,
Speaking of nuts,
let's talk about
Speaking of-
testicles.
Hey, you guys are the ones that said let's talk about it. I was. I actually got this other one that's pretty cool.
I'm
and
okay. I'm okay.
It's nothing to do with nuts. I mean, the story's a little nuts, but it's nothing to do with nuts. You know, no testicles were harmed in this story. No consumption of body parts. We're almost into Halloween. You know, why not do some like spooky stories, ghost story type shit?
Ooh.
This is supposedly a real ghost story. The haunted doll. So,
Is that
They
the one? Is that the one that gets the other one going? It's electric with no batteries.
no, this one kind of weird. So they're saying that, usually you would see a haunted thing would be something old, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is a Elsa doll from the movie Frozen that was a gift in 2013. Yeah, this thing, they decided to throw it out around 2019 because apparently, here we go. The doll recited phrases from the movie Frozen and sang the song "Let It Go" when a button on its necklace was pressed. One of those electronic ones, you're saying, right? So for 2 years, it did this in English. In 2015, it started alternating between Spanish and English.
Oh.
and there wasn't a button to change these. It was just random. So this thing would say the phrases and sing the song for 2 years
Well, at
in
least it was
English,
teaching the kids
fine.
Spanish.
And then all of a sudden it decided it wanted to start speaking in Spanish every now and again. It wasn't all the time. It was just it would do this occasionally, alternating between Spanish and English, right? So they'd owned the doll for more than 6 years, and they'd never changed the batteries in it. And then the doll would randomly begin to speak and sing even with the switch turned off.
I've had that happen.
Yeah, we have. Ooh, that's scary.
That's nothing new.
No.
give me something scary.
We've had that happen. You know what you do with those dolls? Or
You throw
those,
them the fuck out.
You get rid of
You
them.
throw them away.
Yeah, that's what we did.
Yeah. No. And yeah, okay. So the family decided to throw the creepy doll out in December of 2019. Weeks later, they found it inside a bench in their living room. The kids insisted they did not put it there, and I believed them because they wouldn't have dug through the garbage outside. The mother of the house, I guess, told her, there's Madonia or something like that. Anyway, so yeah, they told them. So, at this point, Elsa ceased to sing in English. Ceased to sing the English rendition of Let It Go altogether, speaking only in Spanish when pressed. So yeah, gone full Spanish speaking here. It's like no more English for you guys.
Yeah, we take our stuff to the dump. I think we have a better chance of getting rid of it.
I bet you hitching a ride back to our house.
So the family double bags the Badar doll, placed it at the bottom of their garbage, which was taken out on garbage day. They went on a trip shortly after, but when they returned, Elsa too had come back and was waiting in the backyard of their house.
It's weird.
So what did they do this time?
They burned it?
Oh no, they went even better than that. It's fucking funny, I'm sorry. The family mailed Elsa to a family friend in Minnesota who taped the haunted doll to the front bumper of his truck. It doesn't seem to have made its way back to the Houston house yet. But this was
What'd they do after
their
they
latest
taped
February Facebook update on the creepy doll, was saying that it had not been back.
it? Oh, good. Should have just done that to begin
It's
with.
running around in Minnesota strapped to the bumper of a pickup truck, though.
That's what that bitch gets.
Ooh, Elsa. Not that I've ever watched that movie 600 times.
Yeah, more than that.
Can you imagine, though, you go walking by a pickup in the middle of Minnesota, like farm town, and all of a sudden you hear a Spanish Elsa singing the song Let It Go?
I sang, what is that one other song that I really like? Into the Unknown
Yeah.
in Spanish the other day. I had it. Speaking of Spanish, Elsa. Anyways.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, it's like, what do you do with a doll at that point? I guess that'd be an effective way to do it, is strap it to a bumper, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of with Kenny. I think I would choose fire.
That was my idea.
You gotta burn that
Rachel's-
fucker.
But yeah, no,
But then
Yeah.
what if it does come back after you
Burn,
burn
baby.
it and it's all melted and distorted and
And it's all like,
yeah, and then it's actually really pissed off at you because you fucked it up.
all
you
I'm
know?
thinking of is like not Terminator, but the other guy in the Terminator that was a liquid metal.
Oh yeah,
oh, yeah.
T-1000 or
Yeah,
something
how
like
he
that,
just
wasn't it?
went from a pile of molten metal up to a cop.
Yeah,
Just comes back into Elsa, looks at
Yeah.
you, starts singing in Spanish.
it won't die.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, that or put it through a fucking couple 12 gauge rounds.
I don't know if shooting it would help.
Burn it.
Yeah.
Burn it, then shoot it.
Well, after reading that article, I think I'd just strap it to Bird's bumper.
Mice is going to get hit anyways.
What's that?
Because it's going to get hit anyways.
Well, I mean, I don't know. If you go with his truck that's sitting out here, it's definitely not going anywhere, right?
That's still on the property, I guess. So
I don't.
Yeah, it's still on the property.
I
that's
don't want
true.
it on the property.
That's true.
Like when we got rid of our toy, we got rid of our toy. Like our toy would do weird random stuff all the time.
What was it?
I don't know what it was, but it made it.
There was
It was a singing toy.
there was 2 or 3 of them. One of them was like a vehicle. The other one was like a bear or something like
One
that.
was a fire truck.
And then one was a fire truck.
They all would do random shit.
Yeah, and so we had to get rid of them. It was scary as shit.
All at the same time, or was it like a
Different times
different
and different
time,
times in the middle of the fucking night,
Well,
out of fucking nowhere.
well, what I mean is, were the toys here at different periods, or were they all here at the same time?
They were
and
here
then
at the same time.
Oh, okay. Then they all started
Yeah.
fucking up.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Oh yeah.
Especially being asleep at like 3 o'clock in the morning. You hear a whole bunch.
And you're like, and then you go in because there's only a certain way to push the buttons on it. And so we were like,
Yeah, it wasn't like an easy button to press.
it was an
like,
easy button to press. And so we were like, how the fuck did that just go off like that? And
It's a
then you would,
ghost.
we have ghosts in our house. We definitely have ghosts in the property. Kenny has seen them. Oh, speaking of Kenny, he fucking woke up the other day, speaking of weird shit, hysterically laughing, dazed out. Opened his eyes up, sat up, and started hysterically laughing. And I was like, Kenny, what are you laughing at? Kept on laughing. And then I said, Kenny, what are you laughing at? I started getting scared. Finally, I got mad. I was like, Kenny, I'm fucking talking to you. What are you laughing at? And then he was like mumbling something. And then he went back to sleep and woke up. And I said, did you remember doing that? He doesn't remember.
Really?
Swear to fucking, he's done it with KD too. When he slept out.
I've told her about this, and she's just like looking at me like, okay, whatever.
And now it's actually
And it
happened to
finally
me.
happened to her because he doesn't like talk to you. He'll go,
She's mumbling.
and his eyes will be open like he's
It's
wide
the
awake.
creepiest fucking. I'll record it if he ever
I was
does it
gonna
again.
say, yeah.
by time
need
you
to
get your
fucking-
phone, it's
fucking
over
take
with.
the GoPro,
Yeah,
hook
it's
it up,
crazy.
plug it in.
It
If you
scared the
just
shit
plug
out
it
of
into
me.
power, plug that fucker in there and record that shit all night.
And some people just do weird things. Like
It was scary.
I
There
had-
is definitely like sleepwalking type shit.
well, there's
Yeah.
that too. But like I had another friend that would scream.
Oh, night terrors.
Just wake up, like if he was sitting down or laying down, he'd stand up and just full out man scream, and then go back to the position they were in and go back to sleep.
Yeah, it's Kenny.
That's weird.
Kenny
shit.
was like the laughing thing and the mumbling. I was so scared that I actually looked it up after online because I was like, what the fuck was that all about? What the fuck just
what's
happened?
going on here? Yeah.
That was so fucking. He doesn't remember it at all. And when you could tell the difference between him fully awake and what fucking happened. It was, and his eyes were wide open, glazed over. What the fuck, Kenny? Nothing.
What I'm saying is like
What
you
the
can tell it's not like an act,
No.
right?
Oh hell no. It was real. It was scary actually because at least he was laughing. He was happy. Whatever he was laughing at in his dream or whatever was going, it was really funny. Like he was so funny, but kind of manic laughing.
Yeah.
A little bit, huh?
I mean, that's
It's kind of scary.
yeah. I was gonna say it's like when you get to that level of happiness, sometimes it's not for the
I'm
best of
like,
reasons.
why are you
But
laughing?
there's also been other times where he's just chilling in his room and he starts looking in the corner and laughing.
It's the same thing.
It's gotta
That's the same thing that probably happened that one time that we got scared. Maybe it's the same exact thing that happens at night. Maybe that's what happened and we thought he was laughing at somebody.
Could be, I don't know. But he was awake during that whole thing.
Yeah, he's spaced out staring at something, laughing hysterically.
supposedly kids are more receptive
I
to
think he
like
is.
ghosts and spirits
Yeah.
and all that kind of shit. But, they haven't created those mental blocks yet that we do. They still have that open imagination that kind of allows them to
Yeah, I think so. We're
be able
speaking
to
of,
accept that stuff.
I'm going to go check on him.
Yeah.
No shit, we have been almost an hour here already. It's like 54 minutes.
Ooh.
Wow, time flies when you're having fun, huh?
Right?
It's not too bad.
Not too bad at all.
Yeah, shit. I was actually gonna try to like get into some UFO stuff. 'Cause I saw a couple of things on Spotify.
Did
Good old
you?
Joe Rogan had a guest on that was talking about him, like a military pilot. Not the one, because he's had the one on there that talks about the whole Tic Tac thing.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure have you heard of that?
No.
No? Oh crap. Yeah, no, we have like regular full on evidence from the Navy of these Tic Tac shaped objects flying out around our jets out over the ocean around San Diego and shit, doing shit that you shouldn't be able to do.
Right.
They recorded one going from, I think it was like 50,000 feet in the air down to 50 feet above the sea level in a matter of seconds.
Oh, wow.
And they've dipped underwater and have just like disappeared on the pilots. They've jammed the radar of the planes.
Oh, wow.
They've seen them on San Diego's coast. They've also seen them on Florida's coast, where we do training over there. And the guy that he was just recently talking about was actually over in Jacksonville, Florida. He got on the carrier and was doing the training, and saw him over there. and they've got other videos of these things, and they're more actually, instead of being a tic tac, it's actually a square-shaped object that has like a circular or round aura around it that the tips of the cube kind of touch. You know, it basically each tip of the cube touches an wall of this aura, but it's surrounded by this kind of clear aura. And they've got infrared video on them, and the guy was saying is like the stuff that you're seeing that they've released is the tip of the iceberg.
Mm-hmm.
They have high definition videos of these things and high definition photos of them. And at one point, I think one of his groups, they were out flying, I think a group of 5 or 6 doing some routine training shit. They were in formation, and one of these objects fucking shot down in between the planes. Got within, he said probably within about 500 feet of them.
Wow.
Yeah. And went in between a couple of the planes. There's a couple of pilots that have gotten video from like a GoPro, or they happen to have their phone with them or whatever, I guess, but through the cockpit have taken some videos of these things. Pretty fucking wild.
Oh, yeah.
That's
So, yeah, they're starting to like say it's like, are these aliens or is this something that our government has? Because they only see them around military shit.
I think it's something that our government has. My dad, I can't wait to get him on this. When my dad starts getting senile, we're going to get him on the show and start talking to him.
All right. I just got to get them really drunk.
Yeah, next time my dad's in
Yeah.
town, we get him really drunk. Be like, Dad.
Got this big old bottle of gin for you to finish tonight.
Yeah, ginger.
He likes gin. Oh,
Yeah.
he likes to drink.
Oh, my goodness.
Ooh,
He
Yeah.
had enough alcohol on his RV that
I was going to say, we could just match him with the Jack Daniels.
he came out here and hung out with us a ton.
Yeah.
When he was here. Yeah.
That would be good times.
Yeah, he didn't smoke, but he'd come out and hang out and talk to us while we're smoking and stuff like that. And
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
like my uncle. He worked on the shit over there in Edwards Air Force Base in the mountains back there, and couldn't tell anybody about it. He told me finally, not too long ago, probably 5 years ago, what he was working on back there, which I'm not gonna say here, obviously, for
I'm
obvious
hoping my
reasons. I don't
dad
want
tells
black
me.
helicopters showing up above my house or anything
yeah,
like that.
exactly.
But,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's pretty wild, some of the shit that they do, and I can fully believe that, like that guy was saying on Joe Rogan's podcast, that there's shit out there that we can't even comprehend right
Yeah.
now that
Oh,
they
I'm
know
sure.
about.
Do you know
I'm
what?
sure.
Before we got together, when we got together, he did like a full background check on you.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
He went straight to, what is that?
Oh, he knew everything about him. That's why he liked him. Before he even got to dinner with you, he already knew you were okay.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, yeah.
He knew everything about you. He showed up. He was like, okay, I like him already. We're good. Oh.
Criminal history, looking at everything.
Oh, he looked you up.
I shouldn't
He might have forgave you for some things.
Nah.
I don't have nothing too bad on there.
No. You
Little
dad-
bit of
my
little
dad
bit
would
of
get
anger
along.
management stuff.
Oh, that would have been before that.
Oh.
Yeah, a little bit of anger. That'll be another conversation
Ah,
one of these times.
I say
I
you
think
dodged the
next
bullet on
time-
that one, huh?
Next time we're talking about that.
That would be a pretty good story.
Yeah.
Oof. Some people just need their ass kicked, man.
That's what started this whole conversation today, was that
People suck.
people suck. Yeah.
People suck,
Look, we've come full circle.
right?
Well, shoot. Look, we are pretty close to an hour here, so maybe that might be it's a good point to call it an episode.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Yeah, maybe next one, since we're going to be real close to Halloween on the next one. We can,
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Oh,
Do
yeah.
spooky. Everybody should come up with a spooky horror story.
I was going to
talk
say,
about.
yeah,
Yeah.
just like a scary story, UFOs. We can just go all out on it.
Yeah, that sounds
Uh,
good.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, whoever's out there listening to us, and have a great week.
Until
Bye.
next time, bring some time.
Follow us on all those usual places: Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts,
Burn
Google
in Time.
Podcasts, Alexa, iTunes, I think.
I think
Or,
we
yeah,
get
well,
another-
obviously iTunes, but not iTunes. But
I'm going to try
what's
to get
the
another
other one?
TikTok video on
iHeartRadio.
there, too.
Yeah. Do what now?
So I'm going to try to get another TikTok video on there.
Oh, yes. We do have a TikTok also that should be getting more active here.
Yeah.
So
We have some more interesting stuff to post tonight.
now we have some cool stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Right on. All right. Well, everybody have a great week, and we will see you next time.